Yeah. This is Kimberly Hetley, and I'm Andy Warren Jepson, and we play in the band Sun Silo. And we have a new album coming out called Trillium. Sun Silo is our 4-piece art rock group that is based in Kenosha, Wisconsin. We've been a band for about 3 years. We're working on releasing our second full-length album, which will be called Trillium. And we have a new lineup that recorded on the album. That was Landon Deaton on drums, Alicia Wakefield on bass guitar, Kimberly on guitar and vocals, and keys. And keys, if you please. And I sang and played guitar and wrote the songs. We take pride in the fact that we do just about we make every facet of being in a band and releasing music independently an art project. We're an art rock group, and sometimes that people aren't familiar with that subgenre of music. I think it's perfect. It combines rock and roll, psychedelic rock, and jazz, and that's what we do.
Even everything down to like just the artwork on the album is all
Right.
Andy's original artwork.
I think you can hear it and see it, and then it does go further into how we book shows and how we distribute the music. We're doing that independently as well. It's extremely fulfilling doing things this way. I think we're still young as a band, but we have been doing this for several years, and we've learned it's hard and unfulfilling seeking approval from other people. I think ultimately the higher mission when we're working is to always try to enjoy the good food, which is the making of the music and of the art, and to really
Enjoy the process.
Enjoy the process, yeah, and be present with it.
I love rock and roll, and it's fun to be in a band that feels very fulfilling creatively and does all these things that are so colorful and fun and not typical or basic, but still has its heart in like rock and roll.
Specifically on this album, I wanted to be more deliberate in the recording process with overdubbing and adding layers to every track and using that as another step of writing. We always track live. We write the songs, we rehearse the songs, and we get them where we want them, and we layer dynamics and everything, and then we go and then we into a room with everything mic'd up, and then we play it and record it, and that's the basis.
It's a live performance that we record and then build off of that.
Home recording has been a huge part of my identity as a musician. I started home recording when I was 15, and I haven't stopped. I've had other recording situations in my time, and I always go back to loving working from home.
We always kind of had this idea for a home studio, but back before we had this vision of it being called The Woods, and we love nature, we love being outside. Like, if you look around, there's just like twigs and foliage all around. And we were just like, oh, this is gonna be the woods, this is gonna be it. And then the more we settled in, it started to feel less appropriate. Where like the nest kind of feels like a chaotic comfort.
A nest is like that. It's this knot of sticks and spit. and it's home, and that's what this is. another theme on the album is folklore, and I was kind of inspired by black magic and witchcraft and things of that nature. So there are tracks like Diana is a specific one where it pays homage to the goddess of the moon.
It's a 9-minute song, and it ebbs and flows through all these different themes, and like it's some of the heaviest stuff we have and some of the most like light and pretty stuff that we have all in one song.
There's a lot of lyrical imagery about body and spirit and shapes, which connects with the artwork. There's going to be hex symbols, and I took inspiration from the Pennsylvania Dutch tradition of doing hex signs for barns. And ultimately, like the marriage between nature and man and the mysteries that come with that dialogue, that's, I think, the big picture of what the album's about. You to me.